Okay, folks, here we go. Video number 3. Kind of playing with the camera still. I'm going to figure all this out. When I say camera, it's really my cell phone. I haven't purchased a camera yet. I'm not really looking to buy one as of yet. I'm going to run on my Galaxy for now. I realize there are other phones that are better suited for this. But this will do what I need to do. That being said, I'm going to have to get some friends involved with this, I think. I got some buddies of mine that, although I may have to do 2 channels. I may have to do an A and a B channel, so that my B channel would not really be kid friendly. This one will be. We will do our best not to do any cussing on this one, or do anything dumb enough to get somebody hurt, see kids get hurt by trying the dumb stuff we might do. Because keep in mind, I'm a 45-year-old kid. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy doing dumb things. The problem is it hurts now a lot worse than it used to. And it used to do that stuff, it didn't even hurt, you know. Now it kind of hurts. It takes a little while to heal up. I got 2 banged up knees. I got a banged up shoulder from 25 years of construction work. That being said, though, in a heartbeat, I would do a lot of things I've done over again. I would probably take a different career path. Nothing against trades. Trades are great, but I would have done my research a little better on what I got into. Time, I don't know that my research would have changed, but at the time it looked like the golden ticket, you know. Going to be able to retire early, plenty of money. Here we are 25 years later. There's no money. Retirement's looking looking like a glimmer of hope. Thought I was going to be able to retire at the age of 55. Now it's looking more like 65. Not that the money wouldn't be, you know, not that the money that I've paid in would be there if it was anywhere else. But through mismanagement and really just poor fund management with our pension, it's kind of gone. So this is kind of this YouTube thing I'm trying here is kind of a let's just see what we can do with it. I'm kind of gonna, I'll probably have a few political rants here and there. I'm trying to stay as I said, I'm probably gonna have to have 2 channels. I'm probably gonna have a more political channel. I have a son who is very, very, very political. He's very conservative in most of his views. Falls under really as being a libertarian. I find myself in that same boat on most things. You know, he's young, still has some misunderstandings of how the world really works. You know, not big into the socialism thing, not big into high on taxation. Really and truthfully, just don't think the government needs to be involved in our lives as much as it is. I know there's many of you out there who would disagree with that. There's many of you out there who give good examples. For every good example you can give me of why they need to be in our lives, I can come up with one just as good why they don't need to be in our lives. Ultimately, it's not going to change. You know, they're here in our lives whether we like it or not. I'm a Second Amendment proponent. I am a First Amendment proponent. Now, I'm going to make a statement here that most people are going to flip the lid on both sides. You can be pro-Second Amendment and pro-gun and still be pro-LGBT, okay? You can still be pro-First Amendment on both sides, okay? You can still, and that falls under this hate speech stuff that's coming down the pipeline too. Not a big fan of the idea of censoring any kind of speech, whether we like it or not. Now, that being said, I will censor speech on this channel if it gets to where I consider it offensive. Now, that is on this channel, on my B channel. I will probably let that one run. But that being said, at any point in time, I can take that one down. So we'll see how things go here. I'm definitely not a one-sided coin kind of person. I have both sides, you know. just like most of us do, we have two sides. We have the side that everybody sees, and we have the side that very few see. Sometimes no one at all sees. That's the side that we hold close to ourselves, and some of us don't even open up enough for our wives and our families to see it. Me, I probably let my wife see most everything. Good, the bad, the ugly. In fact, I don't get how she's still with me. Just a lucky guy. I love her to death. I married a very, very beautiful woman. Way out of my league, just so everybody knows. And to be quite honest, I have a beautiful family that I love dearly. Now, there's some rocky roads in our family, just like everybody else. There's times whenever I don't get along with family members. But through all that, my wife has been kind of my rock through all of this, which is what everyone needs. Don't get me wrong, we've had our ups and downs too. She has been there for me when I needed her. And we've been together for, oh wow. Well, we started dating when we were 16. Yeah, I know. High school sweetheart stuff. Well, my wife was smart enough not to try to reel me in when we were 16. Although I think she knew that she could have me at any time. She just didn't realize it as quickly as what I did. I've got a story that I don't even know if I've ever told her. The day I knew that she was mine and I could not lose her was the day that I actually had went there with the intentions of us splitting up. I had a buddy of mine. We wanted to run around and chase girls like an idiot. Anyway, I went to her house, and what I didn't know was that she kind of had the same thought. I don't think it had anything to do with her not wanting to be with me. I think it had to do more with her realizing I wasn't ready to settle down. And when she told me she thought we ought to see other people, I was instantaneously brokenhearted. Never felt like that before. I mean, it hurt. At that moment in time, I knew I couldn't let her get away. I knew I had to do everything I could in my power to make sure that we made it. And I've done everything I could this entire time to do that. See what I mean? Out here nowhere, wave at everybody. So, but that story was one that I don't normally tell. Well, in fact, I haven't told anyone. I think there's only one other person that knows about this story, and that's a good friend of mine who is no longer around this area. He moved away many years ago. He's been back here a couple times. I've seen him a couple times. I need to get up. I gotta quit doing that too. Don't my nose itches. Every once in a while you'll catch me do that. Not picking my nose, I promise. Although you wouldn't put it past me. I'm not picking my nose, I promise. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna get off this thing right here. But I knew at that moment in time that she was the one for me. I couldn't ever move on in my life without her. And I think she's more beautiful today than the day I married her. I think she's made me a better person. Now, when I say this, we don't see eye to eye on almost anything. We are yin and yang if there ever was. She has actually come around to my way of thinking as she's gotten older. And I kind of think that happens. As you get older, you become a little bit more conservative, I think. At least in this area where I'm from. I think it has to do with you having more. I think when you're young, you think the world owes you something. And when you get older, you realize the only way you ever get anywhere is by good, hard work. Whether it be working a YouTube channel like this, going out, doing what you can do in other places, to try to get yourself ahead in life. Whether it be in the business world, being one of the trades. I mean, I have no more education than a high school diploma and a 4-year apprenticeship. And in this time frame of 25 years, my wife and I have amassed enough between us that we get along just fine. We don't live paycheck to paycheck. We can go a while without any money coming in. Now it's not a long time, but we can go a little while. Work's not as good as it once was in the trade I'm in. In fact, I work in the coal-fired powerhouse industry. I'm a union boilermaker, and I find I'm kind of in a dying trade here. Good or bad, it's just it is what it is. It's time to move on in my life, figure out what I can do. My problem is I don't really have time to get another pension going, so I've got to find a way to make some money. And that's kind of what this channel's about a little bit too. Hoping that some of you people out there might give me some help. And I don't mean financial help. I mean help with a new career. Tell me what you guys think I do good. I'm planning on doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I gotta find something that I can make money at. I don't want to take anything away from the Buck and Billy Ray and his axe building, but I do build axes too, and did it before I even found him. Now, have I used some of his techniques since I found him? Yes, I have. And honestly, they're great techniques. But not everybody wants an axe like that. A lot of people do, but not everybody. Some people want a good stained, lacquered axe, which is not my cup of tea. I prefer a burned handle myself, or one that is linseed oil. I really like linseed oil. I have used the vodka, as Billy Ray uses, and find it to be a great product. Love it. And I do a lot of straight-handled axes because we do a lot of being out in the woods and using the axe as my sledgehammer to knock trees down, and I use the edge of it a lot of times to do other things. Now, we do take a sledge with us. There are times when we use an actual sledgehammer, as we need more to drive that stuff in, that's only when we get the steel wedges out. If I don't have steel wedges out, we're only hitting with axes. It's just that we're not going to hit with anything else. Plastic wedges with axes, and they're more than heavy enough to destroy the wedges. There's no point being any heavier than 3.5, 4 pounds. 5 pound at the very most is what we'll use out there. I like a 28-inch to 30-inch handle when I'm doing that. I don't have a baller's belt like Bucking does. We carry a bucket, and to be honest, most of the woods we hog in around here are not anything that you really need to be that diverse in your harness or anything. Most everything we do, you can do it as we do with a four-wheeler. You got to be careful where you park your four-wheeler, of course. It's just a piece of equipment like anything else. It is what it is on that. That being said, there's a lot of things that, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of money in the logging industry around here right now. It seems like the only thing that's worth anything is walnut and white oak. Cherry's kind of worthless anymore. Even red oak and some of the other species of oak just aren't bringing what they used to bring. It's just not. I think everything in the whole country just kind of went downhill. Poplar, it's funny to me how that poplar is one of the most sought after cabinet builders woods there is, and it's worthless for us loggers. I shouldn't say worthless, it's worth very little. I don't know if it's because it is kind of hard to find good runs of it or what, but I got a cabinet builder buddy of mine, and every poplar tree that I cut, every one of them that I cut, I do my best to get it to a friend of mine who mills it up, and my cabinet building buddy gets it all. Now, he gets it all milled and green. It's not dried. It's not kiln dried or anything like that. So it has to wait on it, and maybe that's the reason it costs so much. But this all falls under the idea that if we stop, we need to get back to the way things used to be in this country, where when you have a product, you finish the product out. You don't just, we're going to cut the wood, we'll set our own mill up, we'll sell our own wood when we're done. It'll be our product, our wood. The downside of that is, of course, where do you put all the wood at that you sawed up? Do you have the amount of money to be able to store it somewhere? we're talking about lots and lots of wood. All right, so now we got to start off small. So how do we start off small? Well, it's going to probably take a band mill or a cheaper circle mill. Not really sure which, but it's going to take one of the two. It's going to take a couple other things too, you know, time. It's going to take a little bit of